Now to a dire situation in one of our local school districts. School leaders in Spotsylvania County are facing some tough decisions today. They need to figure out how to close a nearly $40 million budget gap. Marcella Robertson joins us now live in studio to break this down and talk about the impact this would have on the schools. Good morning, Marcella.
Yeah, with some good morning. Certainly a big impact this would have. Leaders have made it clear there is nowhere left to cut without significantly impacting the quality of education students are getting. Now, the school board has had some pretty heated discussions about this over the last few weeks and months. Balancing the budget could mean an increase in health insurance for employees and fewer teachers in the classroom. Now, tonight, the board will need to vote on where to make those cuts. We first told you about this massive gap back in February. At that point, it was nearly $47 million. The hope was that the Board of Supervisors would step up, provide a large part of that funding to fill that gap, but that did not happen. It didn't cover much. That gap still at about $38.2 million. Now, here is what some of the options to balance the budget look like. Different scenarios that have been put on the table. That includes positions, essentially all of them that were covered by pandemic funding that has since run out. Those will all be cut. One scenario would also include an increase in some health insurance premiums for employees, a cost that would then essentially wipe out the cost of living increase that teachers are expected to get next year. Now, another proposal is taking $3 million from a reserve fund to pay for 33 teacher positions. School board members have repeatedly said they are in this situation because of being underfunded for years and years. Some school board members going as far as saying that this was a betrayal by the Board of Supervisors.
Don't remember the last time I was as mad as I am about the funding situation we are facing this year. It's reckless and shows either contempt for our students or a willful lack of understanding about what public education requires and should be.
Now, there was a survey sent out to employees listing out those potential different scenarios for these healthcare changes. At tonight's meeting, school employees will have a chance to weigh in on those scenarios and talk about how it would impact them. But the board will need to, again, approve a budget with significant cuts by tonight. On top of this, there's also an ongoing search for a new superintendent after the previous superintendent was fired last month. A lot of controversy surrounding that over the last couple of years. The board is expected to share an update on that search as well tonight. Wisdom.
All right, Marcella Robertson reporting for us. Thank you, Marcella.